Better than mine?
Mom, come on. You know, these and yours it's...
Answer the question, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Answer the question.
Get out of here, Willie.
If you want a little something sweet in the morning, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
To all the Chevy Silverado owners out there, the adventurers and the doers, thank you for making Chevy Silverado the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups and get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Our kids love to play. Whether they're playing outside or playing house or playing dress up. There's one game they're playing all the time. They love to imitate you. You're setting an example. Make sure it's one you can live with, and one she can live a long, healthy life with, too.
It's the game of the week, brought to you by the Montana Chevy dealers and sponsored by the Montana Tobacco Quit line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Stockman Bank, Point S Tire in Great Falls and Helena, Wendy's, and Pepsi.
To all the Chevy Silverado owners out there, the adventurers and the doers, thank you for making Chevy Silverado the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups and get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Discover the difference a family-owned Montana bank can make for you
I mean, I think Lenz is one that they got to watch. She can shoot the ball. And when I watched her on video, she hit a lot of those shots.
Well, Kia was 5 for 5 last night, and she's not even their best three-point shooter. Lenz is. What I just saw, too, is 3 of their women have hit 50 three-pointers this season. That's crazy.
Yeah, they
are,
can shoot.
I think, what was it? They're 10th in the NAIA in
It's the game of the week. Brought to you by the Montana Chevy dealers. And sponsored by the Montana Tobacco Quit line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Stockman Bank, Point S Tire in Great Falls and Helena, Wendy's, and Pepsi.
To all the Chevy Silverado owners out there, the adventurers and the doers, thank you for making Chevy Silverado the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups and get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Discover the difference a family-owned Montana bank can make for you and your business. Stockman Bank is focused only on Montana, no place else. So you come first with us. Visit your neighborhood Stockman Bank to say hello and let us earn your trust and your business. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
It's game day here at Point S, and I gotta say, their tire selections are a formidable defense against snowy roads. Nokian, Hankook, Goodyear, that's some lineup.
But that doesn't give enough credit to the offense. They show up every day with alignments, brakes, whatever's necessary. Look at that detail, the intensity.
Well, that's what's needed for those sustained drives.
It's an unbeatable combination. The talent, the skills.
And don't forget the product.
I knew you'd bring that up again.
So, we're in agreement?
It's Point S all the way.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Carroll College PE Center. Joe McMahon alongside Austin Parr, and it is time for NAIA round of 32 action here from the PE Center as two teams that we're excited to watch match up are on the floor warming up. We're just moments away from tip-off. You got the Carroll College Fighting Saints, the #2 seed in the Liston pod, and they're taking on a team from Jamestown that we got to see for the first time last night. Very impressive Jamestown Jimmies coming in as ranked number 23 in the NAIA. This matchup is going to be one that, if you got time tonight, ladies and gentlemen, sit down and plan to watch this one.
Boy, do we have a treat for you tonight. Two very dominant offensive basketball teams, but also defensively in Carroll College. They're going to have to try to slow down one of the best players in the GPAC conference, Hannah DeMars. Dominant performance last night, 24-9. Not to mention her teammate, her partner, Kaya Towers. Didn't miss a three-pointer last night, 5 for 5, and it's going to be a great matchup for the Jimmies. They're going to have a tough time stopping the inside post presence, of course, Jamie Pickens, Frontier Conference Player of the Year, 4-time Frontier Conference Player of the Week, and her partner, Maddie Garrett, who's had a very solid game. 2 out of her last 3 games, she's been in double figures. Does a great job at providing kind of that spark if Jamie doesn't really get in foul trouble or has a little bit of a slow start, or the Jimmies are going to look to probably double team her off the ball as well.
Complement each other really well. Yeah,
absolutely.
That is definitely the strength for Carroll. But back to the Jimmies, Tower and DeMars are good as advertised, definitely. But then you've got kids off that are kind of sneaking in there, like Sarah Lenz. We saw her hit a couple big threes for them last night, and she's just one of those kids you cannot leave her alone because she'll bury it. And along with a couple other kids, Cordish, you'll see Katie Cordish get a lot of minutes here this evening. She's a great ball player. Radikowski played strong last night. Radikowski's going to have to be super strong defensively.
Radikowski, she's going to match up with Jamie Pickens, a 6-foot junior in Radikowski going up against 6'2" Jamie Pickens. That'll be a very interesting matchup to watch all night. And you were speaking about the three-pointers. 12 of the Jimmies' 22 made field goals last night were three-pointers. So we know they love to shoot the three. They are 10th in the NAIA in three-pointers scored, so they love to splash it from long range.
And they're very good at that for Carroll and for both teams. Both teams, their starters played a lot of minutes. No more so than the Carroll College 4 players. And we're talking about Jamie Pickens. She played 33 of the 40 minutes last night. But then from there you go to Swanwick or Keller. Kendall Keller played 37 minutes, 38 minutes for Swanwick, and then 39 minutes for Hilborn.
Well, ever since they lost Addie Ekstrom, one of their key bench players, 6-woman basically off the bench. A lot of these starting 5 have to play a ton of minutes, and Coach Rochelle Sayers relies on these seniors. She's going to live and die by these seniors. Well, it'll be interesting to see how their legs do, early on in the game, how they're feeling. They had to earn that victory last night.
They did.
The Rochester Warriors were a phenomenal basketball team and gave Carroll everything they could and just barely came up short, but Carroll earned the victory.
They certainly did. We talked off there before we went on that the athletic trainers for both schools were very busy getting these kids ready to play both last night and today all day long. Camden Hilborn got a deep thigh bruise from a knee she caught, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. Both teams ready to go. With on the line is a trip to Sioux City, Iowa. I'll get it out. Next Monday, March 13th, they start the round of 16 down there. So both teams are trying to get there.
And what an atmosphere we have for you here from the PE Center, beautiful Helena, Montana. Carroll faithful out. Jamestown faithful also here as well. We got some in front of us up here in the crowd. This is just going to be a phenomenal basketball game.
They'll open with tonight's opening prayer. We'll go silent and pay attention. Father Mark Lenneman here from Carroll College will lead us in that prayer, and then we'll have the national anthem.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks, as always, for so many blessings that you pour forth upon us. And we thank you for the treat it is tonight to watch these two great teams compete and battle. We ask you to bless them both, keep them safe from injury, keep us always in your good grace, and always ready to serve. We ask this in your name, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Father Mark.
All right, we'll take a look at the Stockman Bank starting lineups here momentarily. But first, let's have the national anthem.
Time-honored opportunity to honor our country and recognize its principles. The NAIA asks that you now stand and please remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem by Mary Thomas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of our bursting in air came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Mary Thomas performs the national anthem much better than I could probably do. Although they've never really asked me to do it, Austin.
They've never really asked me either, and I am not offended at all because that was a beautiful rendition that I will never be able to do.
That's right. All right, well, we're going to get going here with the Stockman Bank starting lineups for both teams as the lights come on. For the Jamestown Jimmies, there you have them. You got Radikowski, who played well last night at the center position. Kaya Tower, who was unbelievable for beyond the arc. Hannah DeMars, we mentioned her. She had 24 points in 39 minutes, 8 of 24 from the floor last night for her. Jalen Martinson, number 23, will start. And number 12, Katie Busick, who also is outstanding from beyond the arc. She's a great shooter, and she snuck in there. She only had 9 rebounds. Not a lot of points for her last night, but man, she played 34 minutes. Busick did. Thad Sankey in his 5th season, the GPAC Coach of the Year in the conference is Sankey, as is his counterpart, Rochelle Sayers. Not in the GPAC, but in the Frontier Conference, she is the Women's Coach of the Year. Starting lineups for Carroll College.
Who else?
Camden Hilborn at number 22, who had a big game last night again for Carroll. Kendall Keller came through with a couple of crushing blocks last night, played great defense and scored a bunch of points for him. We also have number 23, Sarah Swank, who didn't score a lot of points last night, but man, she is the steadying force on that floor for Coach Sayers. Number 44, Maddie Garretts, the post player that Austin talked about here in the pregame, and then the all-everything, number 42, Jamie Pickens, who really is the center point of this team, and the lineup kind of revolves around here. Rochelle Sayers, who has really crafted a team this year, and we talked that in the preseason, she makes sure her teams every year and out, compete against some top quality in the preseason and gets them ready for this kind of game.
Yeah, they play opponents like, D1 opponents, University of Oregon, some of the tough opponents that they would play. It's in order to get them ready for this Frontier Conference, which is arguably one of the better conferences in the entire NAIA. And boy, have these Fighting Saints have been ready. 12-1 on this home floor. 14 wins in a row. They haven't lost, since they faced Rocky Mountain College back in January. So just a really impressive run from this basketball team, and Rochelle Sayers has had them prepared for every single step of the way, including that really tough game last night against Rochester.
They were ready to go. And also Jamestown, let's talk the same point about them. They play in a conference where we mentioned 7 teams are in this tournament. So night in and night out, they're playing quality clubs.
I just question, do they play each other as often as the Frontier Conference teams play? Because the reason why we don't have a lot of representing teams from the Frontier Conference, they play each other so much, 3-4 times a year.
Yeah.
And that's why there's all those losses. Montana Western, a phenomenal basketball team. The only team that they couldn't beat, Carroll College.
There it is. And Montana Western, we just heard, advanced to the round of 16 with a victory tonight. So they are heading to Sioux City, Iowa. Carroll wants to join them, but they're going to have to get past the Jimmies tonight. We're set to go. Joe McMahon, Austin Parr with you. Glad you could join us.
Excited for this one.
We are underway. Ball tipped back, and it's Carroll with the first possession. Camden Hilborn will bring it across. The man-to-man defense applied by the Jimmies. Both teams kind of getting a feel here. Into the lane goes Hilborn. DeMars keeping track of Swanek out on the point.
They're keeping a lot of eyes on Jamie Pickens inside early.
Radikowski drew the defensive assignment on Jamie. She's got a baseline. She'll go around. Radikowski put it off the glass and score.
How tough is that? Take the contact, no big deal. Gets right in and scores right away, Jamie Pickens.
It always looks like there's no room, but somehow she finds a way to get in there. Back we go. First possession for the Jimmies. It's Tower. Swinging around the perimeter. Carroll man-to-man.
Carroll's doing a great job at hedging these screens. That means showing just a little bit and then getting back.
And it's Swanek with the matchup on DeMars to start this game. Out top, Martinson, 3-ball, up and in, right over the top of Maddie Garrett. And she didn't score a lot last night, but she's very capable.
Another three-pointer as well. A team that really loves to shoot the 3-ball. If she's hitting those, Carroll could be in trouble.
Hilborn begins at the top with a double screen. She'll roll to the right side. And the pass almost taken away. But Carroll recovers. They find Pickens. Hilborn does. She's going to dribble underneath, kick it back out. 11 on the shot clock. Keller with her first possession. She'll move it to the right side. Into the lane. Pull up at the free throw line. Misses it, but she's going to earn some free throws.
Very interesting. That's the exact same position that she went to last time for her first bucket of the night, which got her going. Hit a couple of big shots last night for Keller. Not a girl you want to foul. 92% from the free throw line, one of the best in the Frontier Conference, number 1.
18 points last night for Kendall. She's got one now. She's on her way. She brings a lot to this team, plays great defense. Will get you 5 to 8 rebounds a game.
She only averages 11 points per game, but the last month or so, she's been averaging 13 points a game. Stepped it up a bit.
Comes from a large family that fills a big section here at the PE Center every night, every home game. Martinson has it. Now back to DeMars. Swanek trying to keep track of her. Martinson heading around Garrett's with the left hand.
Great
Pickens
block
helps,
by
got a block,
Pickens.
and Garrett's recovers it. I don't know how Jamie did that. Reached over with her left hand, just swatted it.
Just kind of saw her in the corner of her eye and just went after the basketball.
We got a whistle. Hilborn's going to the free throw line on the drive. We got a Jimmy foul.
Also, something you saw last night early, Camden Hilborn, not necessarily known for her scoring, but she looks to get this beautiful drive going here. Knows she has Pickens on the backside. Creates the contact from DeMars. That was actually great defense from DeMars, but we talked about this a lot last night. You got to keep your verticality. Your hands have to go straight up. As soon as they drop, that's going to be a foul every time.
Yep. So first foul on Tower, who had to set out a little bit last night with some foul trouble early on. They need her on the floor. So Busick with the rebound on the miss. It is 5-3 Carroll. Garrett's keeping track of Martinson on the right wing. Work back over to the left side. Radikowski trying to set a screen for Tower. And Hilborn with her. We got a whistle. And
it's going to be a reach-in foul.
Reach-in must be on Hilborn. We have the Carroll student body, as you can see, standing up right in front of us. There we go. Different camera angle. We can see that baseline now. Thank you. They'll move it around. What a crew we have here helping us out, Austin. We're lucky.
Unbelievable.
Tower at the free throw line. Jump shot up. No good. Rebound Keller on the run. This game a little more at the pace that Carroll likes to play. Nothing like last night with Rochester. They were just scrambling.
Carroll likes to set up their offense, and set up in the half court.
Play like their hair's on fire. Keller, shot no good. Rebound, guess who? Hannah DeMar. She'll get a lot of those. Heads the other way, trying to break down Swanwick. Goes right through. Offensive foul. Great defensive play by Swanwick. Great defensive
The reason why that was called an offensive foul is because Swanwick knew exactly where she was going, put her feet, set them in the ground. Watch, as you can see here on the replay. She set her feet, took the contact, and that's an offensive foul. Big time play there, especially on the best player from the Jimmies.
That is a veteran play, definitely.
Lots of veterans on this Fighting Saints basketball team.
Swanwick will push it to the right side. In they go to Garrett. She's got Martinson behind her
pass.
to Pickens. Misses the first one, going after her own rebound. Garrett gets it, left hand off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Hannah DeMars. We got a jump ball. Oh, Radikowski, excuse me. She and Garrett tied up down there. But right away, Garrett's and Pickens are really making their presence known on the low blocks.
Two good looks right there as well. There's actually good defense being played on Garrett's, but Jamie Pickens, you can't lose her on the offensive end.
No.
She'll secure those offensive rebounds all night long.
Nobody wants the assignment Audrey Radikowski has, keeping track of Jamie. Not easy.
Be interesting to see how it affects her scoring as well while she gets tired.
Martinson into the lane, left hand, pull it back out. That's Tower, thought about it. A deep three, a really deep three, doesn't take it. The pass is knocked out of bounds. They tried to lob it into Radikowski, make Pickens play a little defense. And it sails out of bounds, last touch by Jamie. Here comes
early on in the season, Jamie Pickens would get into foul trouble. The best thing that she learned later on in the season, just keep those hands up and don't foul. She's been doing such a great job because she knows how important she is to this basketball team.
From the corner, it's Busick, three ball, up, no good. Rebound, Hoggle had it, lost it out of bounds, but it was knocked out of her hands by Keller. Great Hoggle just off the bench along with Sarah Lenz for the Jimmies. Coach Thad Sankey. What a ball club they have. They've been fun to watch. Busick will inbound for Jamestown. 22-8 on the season are the Jimmies after last night's win. Tower backs it out. Hilborn trying to keep track of her. Switch to the left hand, drive to the, push it to the baseline in the corner. Jump shot on the way, three ball, it's long, rebound, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. I think Garrett's got a hand on it.
Coach Sayers is really upset right now. Carroll not doing a good job boxing out. Jimmy's doing a great job getting their hands on the basketball, forcing it out on Carroll.
This is a great matchup. Hoggle on the inbound. Fires it out, top to Lenz. Do not leave her alone, Carroll. Down the lane, she'll go left hand around Garrett's off the glass. No good. Rebound tipped around. Run down in the corner by Hilborn.
The reason why she missed that is because Garrett's jumped a little bit, kind of faked her out. Used that big body to affect that jump shot.
Pickens posted deep. Over Hoggle, had a good look. It just wouldn't fall. But if they let her get that look all night, she's going to tear them up.
It's a great look by Pickens. She just didn't take her time, rushed a little bit.
Hoggle with her back to the basket. Fires it cross court to Tower. Three ball on the way. Bang! 6 for 6 in this tournament. Not bad.
You don't want to let her get started. And that was deep. So if you're Hilborn, you can't really be too upset about that.
Yeah.
27-footer right there.
Needed a
from Tower.
rangefinder before she fired that baby. Hilborn finds Garrett. Garrett's right side, Swanwick. Back to Keller, thought about it. Instead, pull up at the free throw line. Mid-range jumper, no good. Lenz with a rebound.
She loves that spot right there, just not falling.
Sarah Lenz comes off the bench and just gives you all the little things. Down the lane goes Tower. She's going to shoot it up. Well, trying to swing it up underneath with Garrett's there. Garrett's contested it.
Not a smart player to go after on the defensive end. One of the bigger bodies on the floor.
6'5" Jimmies. Pickens to the baseline. Swanwick with the ball at the top. They'll swing it around now to Hilborn. The all-time assist leader here at Carroll. High post Pickens. She's going to work on Hoggle. Left hand off the glass. Won't go. Rebound Hoggle. Pretty good defense by Hoggle.
After a 1-for-1 start, now 1 for 3 on the game so far for Pickens.
DeMars with Swanwick on her. One-on-one into the lane. Shoot it over Sienna, and she'll knock it down.
That's just too easy for her. A little bit of Dirk Nowitzki-esque right there. One-footed backwards little fadeaway. Beautiful.
First two for Hannah. Undoubtedly more to come as Keller for Carroll holds it at the top. Swing around to the right side. You just do a little bit of everything here, Mr. Parr.
That's right. Helping out the fans here.
Parr shot, or Swanek shot from the free throw line. No good. Sails out of bounds. It is Jimmy ball.
Very interesting there. Not sure if that was blocked or not.
So timeout on the court. 8-5 our score. 4:16 to go in the first quarter. Don't go away.
Your estimated wait time is 45 minutes.
Are you tired of being on hold? Then don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
When you work with us, you work with community members who make time for you.
Our goal is to strengthen relationships and give back to our community.
We always work to be part of our community. So if that's important to you,
Don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
In the Army National Guard, you'll serve part-time to be ready to respond at all times. You'll train to master the skills and equipment used to keep the nation secure and its enemies on the run. You'll learn to be a leader and a member of a team. Become part of a time-honored tradition of vigilance and selfless service. Find your adventure at NationalGuard.com.
Hey, welcome back to the PE Center. Joe McMahon, Austin Parr with you. Jamestown up 8-5 early on here, and as we look at field goal percentage right now, Carroll's a little cool.
1 for 8,
yeah.
12% after a really quick start. 3 free throws so far. No free throws for the Jimmies, but couldn't ask for a better start if you're Jamestown.
Yeah,
getting the ball
absolutely.
inside, kicking it out for 3, 50% from the three-point line. Of course, Tower 1 for 1 already after going 5 for 5 last night. So big time start here. Has this crowd a little quiet here in the PE Center.
Tower on the left wing with it. Hilborn keeping track of her. Cross court, open as lens. 3 ball. Rims in and out, no good. I didn't know she could miss. She is deadly from out there.
One of the best three-point shooters on the entire team.
Would not play a game of horse with her or Tower. No way.
Or DeMars. I'm sure she can create pretty special too.
Garrett's down low, right hand off the glass, and it rolls in. Good pass, entry pass from Wilkinson. Great entry pass from Wilkinson.
Looks like the game plan for Carroll going to go down inside and attack all night long. See how the Jimmies adjust.
Pickens getting some early rest on the bench. DeMars from the top of the lane, 2 ball up and in.
There's really nothing she could do about that. Sienna Swanek's given up about 2-3 inches right there, so that's just too easy.
Both teams have settled in now as we've played about 7 minutes almost here. Wilkinson at the top to Garrett's, almost loses it, grabs it however. Swanek, DeMars keeping track of her. Wilkinson, 2 ball on the way, good.
That's big time. Comes in off the bench, gives an immediate bucket for Carroll. Sparked from this crowd too, a little bit more energy going on here.
And just 8 points off the bench for Carroll last night. That's a good start. So Wilkinson contributes a couple right there. DeMars has it, left side.
Looks like Carroll's playing a matchup zone now. They're switched from man-to-man quickly.
DeMars works the right side. Fires it into the corner. To Busick, Tower. Shot clock starting to run down, and it's an air ball, and the rebound ripped out of there. Carroll's got it. It's Keller. Kendall Keller just does a lot of the little things, just like that. When you really need a rebound, she's got it.
Long rebound, too. Just hit off the front of the rim. Great defense there. Made that shot adjustment.
Hilborn's going to challenge Hoggle. Puts it up. Great defensive play by Hoggle.
Not somebody she wants to go after either. These little guards don't want to go after some of these big bodies inside. They'll learn real fast.
Hoggle out of Carrington, North Dakota. Great play. 3 ball up, no good. Katie Cordes with the shot. Wouldn't fall.
They're trigger happy all of a sudden from 3.
Wilkinson thought about it.
They're giving her a lot of space, too. They know she's not going to shoot the three-pointer.
Swanek back to Wilkinson. Into the lane with the right hand. Trying to break down the defense. Garrett's alone for 3. Shot off the left side of the rim. Rebound tipped around. Battle for it. Tower on the run.
Just 14 makes for Garrett's on the year from 3. But she has a lot of confidence. She will shoot it.
Speaking of 3, oh my word. Sarah Lenz just hit a rainmaker.
Just impressive. This Jimmy's basketball team, they can really shoot, and they're not afraid to shoot. Those are deep three-pointers.
Deep three.
From this Jamestown basketball team.
Underneath, it's Swanek from Garrett. Shot won't go. Swanek hits the floor, no whistle. Jamestown wants to push it. Tower, 1-on-4, but she pressures into the corner. It's Cordes open for 3 over Hilborn. Bang! Kate Cordes knocks down another 3, and that's a timeout on the court for Coach Sayers.
Much needed timeout after missing 2 quick ones. Jamestown hits the back-to-back threes now, 4 of 9 from three-point land.
The Frontier Conference sponsors would like the Game of the Week sponsored by Montana Chevy Dealers and brought to you by Cooper Tire-Rama, D.A. Davidson, Irk Hotels, McDonald's, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, U.S. Bank, and Logan Health. Critical timeout right there for Coach Sayers as Jimmy's on a run here. Austin up 16-9.
Well, yeah, I think what she didn't really like was the transition defense there from the Saints. They lose track of a three-point shooter in the corner, and the Jimmies make them pay. Like I said, 4 of 9 from 3 now. Just doing a great job at draining shots. And one of their top players, Kaya, is only 1 for 5 from the field.
Coach Sayers got Pickens back into the game at that break. Hilborn will work the right side.
They need a bucket here desperately.
Ball knocked loose by Radikowski from behind Pickens. Nice defensive play. Everything going the Jimmy way. Lenz for 3. Nope. Rebound, Radikowski. Blocked from behind by Pickens.
What a big play there. That could have been a big swing if she hit that 3. Pickens gets the block underneath after giving up the offensive rebound. Carroll needs a bucket here.
Keller's 3 up and in.
That's somebody that can do it for them. One of the better three-point shooters on the team. 41% on the season for her.
Into the left side, trying with the answer is Tower. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't Tower. Cordes.
Coach Sayers is irate right now. You can see her almost halfway on the court because they're not doing a good job in transition, picking up the Jimmy's three-point shooters.
Ball inbound to Radikowski. Pickens on her. They'll swing it around at the top. Work the corner from DeMars to Lenz. Get on her. She can shoot it from out there. Busick brings it across, hands it to Lenz. She'll go into the lane. We got a whistle, an offensive foul.
Moving screen. She didn't set her feet. I believe that was Busick.
Yep.
Her second foul. She didn't set her screen on the pick. That's an offensive foul all day long.
Tower's going to come back in and replace Busick. She'll sit down. So it was 16-9 at that timeout. Carroll got a 3 from Keller, and now they have the ball back after a defensive stop with an opportunity to cut back into that lead.
College basketball is a game of runs, of course.
Both teams
here would go a long way.
Playing for an invitation to Sioux City, Iowa next Monday. Pickens will work the left side. Hilborn. Pickens, jump shot. Up, no good. And that's the end of the first quarter. 16-12 our score. The Jimmies out on top. Somebody's going to Sioux City, Iowa. Come on back. Second quarter coming up.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Nobody's ever made breakfast as good as Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
I've never had French toast this good, not in my life.
Better than mine?
Mom, come on. You know, these and yours it's...
Answer the question, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Answer the question.
Get out of here, Willie.
If you want a little something sweet in the morning, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Yep, there we got him now. They're looking. Thanks. Back at the PE Center, Joe McMahon, Austin Parr, quarter number 2, 16-12. The Jimmy's out on top after the first 10 minutes.
Could not ask for a better start if you're Jamestown.
And Pickens yet to get going for Carroll Hilborn. 3 ball off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Hannah DeMars. And she's going to push it. She wants to come out on the run. She's going to attack. Into the lane she goes. Pickens comes over to help. Out to Lenz, down the lane, whistle. And we've got a Carroll foul. I think it's on Wilkinson.
I believe she had her hands on her hip when she completed the drive. Something to watch out for the Carroll College Fighting Saints as well is their legs. How are their shots looking? Are they coming up short after playing 35-plus minutes for all their starters last night?
Yeah, Hilborn played 39 minutes last night to lead them. Ball comes into Redikowski. Left side 3-ball on the way. Rims in and out, no good. That was Lenz, who's been hot from the start but missed that one. Hilborn on the move. Down low it goes to Wilkinson. She's going to wheel, put it up off the glass. No good. Rebound Lenz. Sarah Lenz has come off the bench and really given them a spark.
Jimmies are doing a great job defensively, just challenging the inside post after Carroll went after them early.
You notice, too, when DeMars gets a rebound, she pushes it up the court. Redikowski almost traveled.
Crowd wanted to travel.
Yeah. Into the lane goes Tower. Swanek on her. She's going to turn, trying to duck up and under off the glass. No good. Pickens is just hooked by Redikowski as she tries to go after that rebound, and the referee couldn't miss that one.
We're going to rinse and repeat this all night. Just such a tough matchup for her. Try and box her out. Jamie had that rebound the whole way, and I believe that's Radikowski's second foul early here.
Pickens with just 2 points. Leads the team in scoring in the year. Co-MVP of the Frontier Conference this year.
Rochelle Sayers would argue that she was the MVP, but
yeah. She's a little prejudiced probably. Nissen into the game, Erica. Back out to Wilkinson, down low they go to Pickens and really off her foot and recovered by the Jimmies.
Jimmies know exactly what they want to do. They defend that pass into Jamie very well. Not a good one from Wilkinson.
Cordes has it, top of the lane. Erica Nissen off the bench, keeping track of her. The entry pass on the baseline. Double teamed. Out of bounds, and it's going to be Carroll ball. Martinson got caught down there in a double team, stepped out of bounds, and it'll be Carroll ball.
Nowhere to go. Really tough play there. The only thing that you could do is try to throw it off somebody's shoe, but it's hard to do that when you're in that situation, you know?
Hilborn trucks across the left side, giving some directions. He wants to work that, moves it over to the right.
Jamie's just relentless on defense, doing a great job on these Saints so far.
High post, it's Pickens. She's going to step back, kick it left side, open three, deep three. Swanek, nothing there. Wilkinson tries to save it, but saves it right to Cordes. Numbers for the Jimmies. Wilkinson gets back quickly. DeMars, 3-ball on the way, lift off. That one won't go. Rebound tipped out, and it goes through the hands of Ness and out of bounds.
She hit that. Carroll's going to be in big-time trouble. That would have been her.
That's like
3-for-3 start for DeMars.
They're getting into the Steph Curry range out there. You know?
Very deep.
Oh, my gosh.
4 of 11 for the Jimmies, 33% from 3. 1 of 4 for Carroll, just 25%.
16-12, as you can see. What a game. Both teams winning last night in what was a battle for both of them. Into the lane, left hand, off the glass, up, no good.
Tower's going to have that all night if she keeps hitting threes. Little ball fake, she can drive every time. What a move by Hilborn. Down low to Pickens.
Pass to Pickens, she'll lay it up and in. How many times have they done that?
Oh, a lot throughout their career, playing with each other at Helena High School as well. DeMars gets wide open again.
Into the lane,
and
DeMars.
Just another poor transition defense from Carroll College. Cost them another bucket.
Well, the girl that scored it, she's pretty good.
She is good, but when you don't have a defender on her, it makes it a lot easier.
Pickens starting to warm up. She's seen the ball go through the bucket twice. Look out, Jimmies. Here she comes.
She needs that because she can then ball fake and drive straight to the basket.
Ball goes into the corner. Pickens playing defense down there, and the pass thrown away by Radikowski.
Tough start for Radikowski thus far.
18-16. Carroll cutting into that Jimmy lead. This is kind of how Carroll goes. They get off to usually a pretty good start in the first quarter, hang in there. Second half, that third quarter just seems to be their quarter every year.
Well, you know what it is you got to give credit to Rochelle Sayers,
yes.
One of the best coaches in all the NAIA. The adjustments that she makes, she is so well educated, just has these ladies ready, and you can see it on the floor.
That's Keller on the right side. Screen from Pickens into the lane, pull up. Shot no good. Guess who? Rebound Pickens off the glass, back up and in.
That's impressive from that angle as well.
What she just did is difficult, and she made it look easy. She just grabbed it and swung around off the glass, flipped, and went in.
After 3 straight misses, Pickens with 2 straight makes.
Yep, like I said, here she comes. Tower with Hilborn all over her, pushes it into the corner, leaves it for Cordes. They try to trap her. She escapes. So push it right side. Open. DeMar's three on the way. Bouncing it out. Started down, came out of there. Rebound. Jimmies. It was Oswald with the offensive rebound. Tower and really deep three. Bang!
Wow. Are you kidding? Right in front of the student section. And she quiets them down.
7, is that true? In 2 nights? 5 of 5 last night. She may have missed one earlier. I can't remember. But, man, she is a three-point shooting machine.
2 for 4 thus far in this game.
21-18. Jimmies with the lead, and they get a steal.
Here's that transition defense once again.
Up ahead.
She's wide open.
Swing around right side. Tower. Boom. We got a whistle and a foul on the shot. The shot went in. The officials are discussing whether or not to count the bucket. They'll have to gather, see what came first. Let's see.
Wide open three-pointer as well. That's before the shot. That should be an offensive foul.
Yeah, it was an offensive foul, and they're not.
They are counting the bucket, though.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if we can watch it again, but that shot actually got off before she pushed her. But the foul is on number 33, Megan Oswald, battling for a rebounding position. But another triple for Tower.
6 of their 9 field goals from the Jimmies from the three-point line, and Carroll still hasn't made the adjustment of getting on them in the transition.
Hilborn leaves it for Pickens. Cross-court Swanwick. Surveys the defense. Backs it out. We're at 8 on the shot clock. Mars on her out to Hilborn. She'll fire up a really deep three off the front of the rim. No good.
That's not Carroll's game.
Great defense by the Jimmies that time, and a rebound pulled down by Oswald.
Couldn't get the ball into Pickens at all.
Towers with it, almost stolen by Hilborn. Tower picks it up.
She knows she wants to shoot it.
DeMar's open look, turn, let it go. Good.
This is just an unbelievable start for the Jimmies here. Now 7 for 16 from the three-point line.
Carroll just a little late getting to him, and boy, you can't be late. The Jimmies can shoot from out there. 27-18. Jimmies up right now by 9.
9-0 run. Carroll tied it at 18.
Pickens underneath. She'll go to Maddie Garrett. She'll turn, fire it, won't go. Rebound to Mars, and she's going to push it. Here she comes on the run. She wants to apply some pressure. She'll get to the lane. Pickens makes her back out. Open court has 3 ball up, no good. Rebound tipped around. Oswald somehow got in there, got the rebound with 3 Saints standing there. And now we got a Saint foul.
A little bit of shock in this building right now. The Jamestown faithful going crazy.
Time out on the court, 4 minutes to go. It's 27-18. Jimmy's having it going their way. We'll be back after this message.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we call this community home, just like you.
That's why we take a locally focused approach for our members.
Your financial success is our primary goal.
Whether you're refinancing your home,
buying a car,
starting a business,
or just need help with a checking or savings account, we'll give you the financial tools you need to grow.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're here for all life's events, big and small.
Stop by your local branch or visit rmcu.net to learn more.
Welcome back to the PE Center. Joe McMahon with you. And coming up at halftime, Kent Paulson, the commissioner of the Frontier Conference, has agreed to join us and talk a little bit about tournament action that's going on. He's got a tournament in Butte with the Montana men's team hosting that, Montana Tech men's team. And then this one at the PE Center. So he's a busy man traveling back and forth between Butte and Helena. But he's agreed to join us. Can't wait. Always enjoyable to visit with Kent. So the Jimmies have shot 17 threes, we mentioned, and they made 7 of them.
Couldn't ask for a better start. 7 of their 10 field goals now, all 3-pointers. You know that's what they want to do, so I'm curious to see how Rochelle Sayers makes the adjustment as Phileas and Nesson in the game, maybe trying to get some spark, some energy, some quickness. out of these defenders because maybe Swanek and Hilborn need a little bit of a breather from last night.
Ball knocked right back out of bounds, so they'll do it again. The Jimmies will. 9 points apiece for Tower and DeMars at the moment.
Right in front of the student section. You don't want to be there if you're inbounding the basketball.
Nope, she's hearing about it. DeMars to inbound. Gets it right back from Oswald. Into the lane with the right hand. Keller trying to get her defensively. Gets her shut down. She'll kick it back out at the top to Tower. Head down the lane. Garrett's comes over to help. To Oswald. Short jump shot up and in. Great help off the bench tonight for the Jimmies. Oswald, Lenz, they've just come off the bench and done exactly what they needed to do.
11-0 run so far for the Jimmies. Can Carroll stop the bleeding?
Phileas into the game for the first time. Didn't play last night. There's Garrett's. Back out to Pickens. Now to Sadie Phileas. Keller looking for an opening. Into the lane. She's got a short pull-up. Doesn't take it. Now she will. She'll turn. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound. Scramble for it. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Jimmy ball.
Out of bounds to Jamestown.
Jamestown up by 11 with a chance to add to it here. They have just put together a phenomenal run here.
They're just playing really good defense. They're not letting him get the ball in the interior. As soon as Garrett's or Pickens touches the ball, double team comes immediately.
Tower with the basketball. Cordes now. Pull up inside the line.
They
Jump
can't
shot
miss
up and
right
in.
now.
Yep.
That's a 13-0 run so far since the Carroll College Fighting Saints tied the game at 18. Now 31-18. This is unreal.
Sadie Phileas will run the show on the right side, the freshman. Left side to Kendall Keller. In they go to Pickens. She's double teamed. She's going to wheel in the lane, put it off the glass, score it, and a foul.
Maybe that's what fires this team up. They needed something there. 13-0 run is a big run in college. Pickens does a nice job here taking the contact, using the glass, as she's done many times throughout her career.
And really, Oswald, good defense. She stayed right with her through the lane.
Points to her head, says, let's be smart.
Free throw. Completes the triple. Cuts the lead down to 10 as Hilborn and Swanek get ready to come back in. Erica Nesson and Sadie Phileas will sit down.
Pickens in double figures now, but Carroll down by double figures.
31-21, Jimmies with the lead and the ball. 2:30 to go in the first half. 23 on the shot clock. Here comes Cordes.
They're doing a lot better job at being all over these three-point shooters.
Martinson to the baseline. She's going to wheel back out, and just as you say it, Cordes is left alone, and she makes them pay.
That was Maddie Garrett's. They did a great job on the three-point shooters, and then Garrett steps on her own teammate's shoe, falls down, and the three-point shooter's wide open. They bury another one.
Looks like Erickson about to check in for Carroll. Keller, back it out to Hilborn. In the lane, left hand, off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Pickens tips it to herself, puts it up, that won't go. And a rebound pulled down by Martinson.
A lot of contact inside. She wanted to foul there.
DeMars on the run, on the push, as she's known to do. To Martinson, three ball, she'll let it rip, why not? Won't go, rebound Pickens.
I mean, I thought that was going down with the way they've been shooting the basketball. Just an impressive first half here from Jamestown.
Hilborn dumps it to Pickens for an easy layup.
Not really sure how the Jimmies lost her on defense, but that's a player you want to keep your eye on. They've been doing a great job on everyone else but Jamie Pickens, who now has 13 points.
Yeah. Martinson has it on the wing right.
Student section back into it.
Cordes. Carroll looks to cut into this lead as we head into the first half. The end of the first half. Oswald, top of the lane. That's DeMars. GPAC Player of the Year on
Going
Pickens,
right
the
at
Frontier
Jamie,
Conference Player of the Year. Ball goes out
it.
of bounds. Last touch by Pickens. That's a pretty good matchup there.
I
Erickson
don't think
in for
DeMars
Garrett.
wanted to go after her in the paint. I think she wanted a step back jump shot, but Jamie did a good job with active hands. Knocked that ball loose, just couldn't corral it.
11-point lead for the Jimmies. They have the ball with a chance to extend it here. They've had a phenomenal first half. Shot from the corner as the shot clock goes off. No good. So Carroll gets the turnover.
Even though the shot clock went off and it's no good, that was a cool shot. It
Yeah.
went off the top of the backboard and still went in. Won't count, though.
If you're playing a game of horse, Man, that'd be a keeper right there.
If you're Carroll, you've got to look to get this lead underneath about 7 going into halftime.
Pickens with DeMars, or Hilborn, excuse me, with DeMars on her. Also pick up Keller as she wheels to the top, looking for Pickens on the back cut. Jamie has it now with 36 seconds to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She'll go to the baseline, wheel, has it stripped away. Tower the other way. Hilborn reached in, didn't get called for a foul.
Lens was wide open. DeMars.
They get closed on her quickly. Hilborn did. Back out top, Cordes. They're swinging around the left side. That's Tower. It's been deadly from beyond the arc. Pulls up from inside about the free throw line. Can't hit it.
Student section lets her know, but Carroll took a long time on that previous possession. Didn't get a bucket. That was huge. They do get a stop, though, so they need a score right before halftime. Just 12 seconds left.
Keller feed it to Hilborn, who will trigger it here at the final 8 seconds to go. Top of the lane, it's Pickens. Whistle, foul by DeMars.
Silly foul there from one of the best players. That's her second, something to keep an eye on.
Hannah DeMars, her second.
DeMars and Tower, big first half tonight for the Jimmies. No surprise there.
And Cordes as well, 9, 9, and 8 from those three.
Swanwick to inbound, 6.3 on the clock for the Saints, down by 11. Can they cut it down? 3 ball from Kendall Keller, rims in and out, no good. Tip by Pickens, she'll put it back up, and it won't get in.
A lot of contact there, too. She wanted a foul.
So we played the 20 minutes, and it's the Jimmies out on top, 34-23. We'll be back at halftime. Kent Paulson will join us.
We are driven by an unquenchable desire for knowledge, for the truth that lay just outside our grasps. We are meant for more, made for more. We are unwilling to ignore that which calls to us, that which will transform us. With joy and curiosity, we will boldly find our path in a world of unknowns. At Carroll College, we are here for the adventure.
To all the Chevy Silverado owners out there, the adventurers, and the doers, thank you for making Chevy Silverado the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups and get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Well, welcome back. It's halftime and a great first half for the Jamestown Jimmies. They lead at 34-23. And I'm joined at the table by Kent Paulson, the commissioner of the Frontier Conference in Kent, with 2 host sites in the Frontier Conference, one on the men's side and then this one. You're a busy guy.
We are. It's a pleasant busy. Certainly this time of year, Joe. It's a repeat of last year. We had a men's pod here at Carroll, and we had a women's pod down at Billings, and it's a trend we hope we can keep with the NAIA. There was three men's and 3 women's west in the world of the NAIA, and we've managed to land one of each the last 2 years. And I think, if I remember right, we actually the first year got a pod as well during the COVID. And so very, very pleased. They know we have great basketball fans out here. We have great teams, certainly, and we're just a darn competitive league.
And really the only thing that kind of gets in the way is the travel other teams have to get here. We had a team from Rochester here last night, traveled almost 1,800 miles to make that appearance.
Yeah, Westmont, I was down at Montana Tech for the men's side last night. Westmont didn't arrive until the day of. They had some connections, flight connections delayed due to weather. So.
But kudos to the Frontier Conference for drawing these tournaments in, and to you as the commissioner. It looked a few years ago that it really started with the national tournament being hosted at Billings, and from there it kind of spread to these pods.
We've got a lot of coaches around the country that maybe had never even visited Montana, let alone bringing their teams here. And we have yet to have anybody leave disenchanted with the great hospitality certainly the Montanans possess, and all of our sites, first-class operations. Kudos to our ADs. You mentioned the women's tournament. We're poised and ready. We're going to bid on that 16 team again, and that bid cycle is going to come up. I understand the NAIA has given Sioux City another year due to the COVID.
Okay.
So I would say this time next year we're definitely got the paperwork ready to go, and the folks down at Visit Billings and certainly Rocky Mountain College are in touch, and the NAIA knows. We've reminded them. The commissioner has definitely let them know we're interested.
Yeah, the national tournament obviously brings in a lot of teams, but man, the business that it brings in for that community, I'm sure Billings would be very, very happy to hear that it's coming.
Well, that and the whole surrounding area. I mean, I've talked to people, at those tournaments from a huge outlier, and Montanans just love their basketball, and it was just a wonderful event. We were very fortunate that we always had a Frontier team either in the semis or finals.
Yeah, definitely.
And so if you can get your crowd, your following, and the other thing that I noticed is that not only the Frontier teams but other teams use that for their alumni gatherings. And so there's also that spin-off, in addition to the economics of the community, the opportunity for the colleges to network with certain alums that live in that area or proximity.
Sure. And speaking of Frontier Conference in Sioux City, Iowa, we did hear that Rocky Mountain won Montana Tech. I'll get it right. UM Western won their basketball.
Montana Western wins by 4 over Sterling. And right now, I was just checking scores before we went on the air, and Rockies fighting an uphill battle. We know LC is very, very good.
Yeah, they are.
Former conference foe, and they're very good at home. And so they're down at halftime in Montana Tech, or at Montana Tech. Thomas More is up on the men's side over Montana Tech, 41-34 at half.
Thomas More, number 1 seed.
Yeah, Thomas More. Just watching them last night, they're a bunch of Kentucky farm boys, and they just come out and put the vice grip on you on defense. They're really, really good defensively.
What about these two teams we see tonight? Carroll's had a lot of success. Coach Sayers has certainly got a great program going, but Ben, you got to be impressed with the Jamestown Jimmies.
Yeah, it's pretty ironic with all the teams on the men's and women's side. This is a repeat of the exact teams that were in here in the finals last year with Carroll and Jamestown on the men's side. But kudos to both programs. The GPAC is a great conference, as is the Frontier, and Jamestown, since joining that conference, has really always played in that upper tier.
Is there any possibility that the Frontier Conference can get additional teams in the basketball program? I mean, it's tough when they got to play each other 3 times. But
it really is. I mean, classic example is the men's side this year. If you're not aware of how competitive the Frontier Conference is, and you're only looking at it on paper, you're saying, well, gosh, they've got one team at 12-3, and then the other 5 are all below 500.
Right.
Well, there's a story behind that. There's definitely a backstory. And by the way, Montana Tech was 12-3, and their 3 losses were to teams that were in the lower division of that grouping. And so the old adage of anybody can beat anybody on any given night. And so you're right. I mean, it would be so nice to get back to the 8 to 10 teams. The travel partners certainly work well for scheduling and the economics of travel, but the big thing is we'd go back to home and away, which is traditional in basketball, and we'd have a situation where we'd have 14 conference games and then 14 to 16 non-conference, which we're already picking up now.
Yeah.
And I think you'd see a little bit more, again, it would be a closely packed standings, but I think that you would probably make life for the Raider a lot easier, because again, you're trying to convince people from the East Coast that don't know a lot about Montana or the Frontier Conference, and they're going, hold it here, you've got You got one team above 500. What kind of a conference is that? And my answer, Joe, is come on out and play us.
Yeah.
You'll find out how we are.
Yeah, we'll take you on when you want to play.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, it snows out here.
Don't believe everything you watch.
The gyms are warm, though.
Yeah, the series Yellowstone does not paint a realistic picture of what goes going on out here.
It doesn't.
No.
But it's bringing a lot of people, especially where I live. Bozeman and Whitefish are definite spots.
Yeah, the competition is fierce in the Frontier Conference, and it has been for a long time. You have some great rivalries. You got the Carroll Tech rivalry, which has gone on for years. Yeah. 60 miles separates them, but boy, I'll tell you what, they get after it in every sport. It doesn't matter what they play.
Yeah. I always say, everybody in Butte is originally from Helena and vice versa.
That's true.
There's a lot of crossover in those 60 miles.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Kent. It's been a pleasure. It always is to visit with you. You're doing a great job in your position, and we hope you stay in it for many years to come.
You bet, Joe. Well, thank you so much. I enjoy always, and thanks for having me.
All right. Kent Paulson, Commissioner of Frontier Conference. We'll break away. We'll be back with first half statistics after these messages.
So how exactly is Northwestern Energy delivering a bright future?
By making sure your lights come on every day.
And providing new ways to help you save.
By adding critical infrastructure
that allows our communities to grow.
By dedicating time and resources that ensure our energy's reliability.
And decreasing our emissions until we reach net zero.
It's your future and all of ours.
So we won't stop working
until it's as bright as it can be.
It's game day here at Point S, and I gotta say, their tire selections are a formidable defense against snowy roads. Nokian, Hankook, Goodyear, that's some lineup.
But that doesn't give enough credit to the offense. They show up every day with alignments, brakes, whatever's necessary. Look at that detail, the intensity.
Well, that's what's needed for those sustained drives.
It's an unbeatable combination. The talent, the skills.
And don't forget the product.
I knew you'd bring that up again.
So, we're in agreement?
It's Point S all the way.
Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer death in men and women here in the United States, and it's higher here in the Flathead Valley than it is nationally.
Hi, my name is Bethany Weiler. I'm a pulmonary and critical care physician here at Logan Health.
If you're between the ages of 50 to 80 years old and you've smoked for a good portion of your life, have a conversation with your primary care doctor. Lung cancer has a very, very high mortality rate if caught late. However, if we catch it early, we could save your life.
Logan Health, advancing medicine, enhancing care.
Back at the Carroll College PE Center, Joe McMahon, soon to be joined by Austin Parr, working his way into the seat here, and we'll take a look at the Mountain Dew do-over here from the first half. The first half that saw the Jimmies end it with an 11-point lead. Mountain Dew do-over. We see Hilborn go to Pickens on the baseline early on for that bucket, but Jamestown found a way to shut that down. There's Martinson, 3-ball from the top. She knocked that down. There you got Kaya Tower with one of her.
We're going to see a lot of that
triples
on this Mountain Dew do-over.
Hannah DeMars with the turn and bucket. Garrett's in the lane. She'll roll it up and in. There's Tower again. Boy, she could shoot the ball. Excuse me, that was DeMars.
That was DeMar, yeah.
Yeah, Wilkinson, a deep jump shot from there.
Lenz, man, she is so impressive with how deep she can shoot this three-pointer.
There's
Cordes
off
so
the bench.
good.
They just come off the bench firing. There's Pickens down low. She got going a little bit there in the second quarter.
They can't go under screens. I think that's what Rochelle Sayers is going to tell Carroll going into the second half. If you go underneath the screens, this team will bury you quickly. Because they can't, the third quarter is going to decide this entire game. They can't come out here and let them go on a 4-6-0 run. All of a sudden you find yourself down 16 and you're in trouble.
Pickens on the feed from Hilborn. So Carroll College has their work cut out for them. Jamestown Jimmies are 20 minutes away from making a trip to Sioux City, Iowa next week.
If they keep shooting the three-ball like they did in this first half and Carroll doesn't make adjustments on the transition defense, because that was the biggest problem in the first half, is they were losing the three-point shooters and the three-point shooters were burying them. 42% kind of doesn't seem like really high, but they hit some big three-pointers in big clutch moments, right? They went on a 13-0 run to end the first half, and it was just all Jimmies in the second quarter.
And Carroll not shooting well at all from just 17% from the three-point line there, 1 of 6 from out there themselves, and 9 of 30 from the floor. So they haven't shot well, and they've got a 11-point deficit to make up against a very good defensive team in the Jamestown Jimmies.
And the 9 assists, right, for Jamestown, those are coming off the transition buckets. When Carroll misses, the Jimmies are doing such a great job at pushing the basketball. Carroll losing track of those shooters. Boom, you find a sharpshooter on the outside, they're going to bury him every single time.
Nobody in double figures yet for Jamestown, but what balance they have. Tower with 9, DeMars with 9, Cordes with 8, 3 for Lenz, Martinson's got 3. So they've got kids that are, a bunch of kids are scoring for Carroll quietly, really. 13 points for Jamie Pickens. She's 6 out of 12, and she's got 5 rebounds. So she's on her way to where she usually is at the end of the game. But
problem is the rest of the team.
Yeah, the rest of the team hasn't really contributed much.
5 points from Kendall Keller, only 1 for 6 from the floor. Wilkinson hit that 1 bucket. She's 1 for 2, but Maddie Garrett's with a tough start thus far. Camden Hilborn with a tough start. Sienna Swanek hasn't hit a field goal in 2 games now, so it'll be very interesting to see the adjustments that this Saints basketball team will make, because you know Rochelle Sayers has a lot to say to them in the locker room. Got to give credit to the Jamestown Jimmies. Very impressive.
All right, we'd like to welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, Yakima, and on the Frontier Conference and Carroll College YouTube pages. We're happy to have you enjoying this game with us. What a game it is. The Game of the Week sponsored by the Montana Chevy Dealers and brought to you by Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Stockman Bank, Point S Tire in Helena and Great Falls, Wendy's of Montana, and Pepsi. Joe McMahon, Austin Parr with you, set for the final 20 minutes. And for the Saints, the number 11 ranked Saints.
A lot of smiles right there from that group hug.
They got a huge challenge ahead of them. The Jimmies may have come in here ranked number 23, but I'll tell you what, they are a very, very good basketball team.
Carroll's got a lot of experience on this basketball team. You expect them to make a run. How will the Jimmies respond? We've talked a lot about the adjustments that Carroll will make. But let's see how the Jimmies come out of this second half in this third quarter.
Jimmies with the ball to start the second half, and we are underway. Into Radikowski, back to DeMars, or excuse me, Radikowski will keep it. Man-to-man defense by the Saints. They don't play a lot of zone defense, very little. DeMars in the lane, pull up over Swanek, and she nails it. What a way to start.
Same exact spot she hit early in the first half on the other side of the floor. She loves that little turnaround floater.
Left side, Swanek looking for Pickens. She's got it down low. One-on-one against Radikowski. Kick it back out to the top, swing it to Keller. Carroll patiently, shot clock down to 12. Underneath Garrett, she's 1 pound, put it up. Martinson with a foul. So Garrett's will get a couple of free throws. Saints down by 13.
Great pass there by Camden Hilborn to get it into Maddie Garrett's down low. Another one of those no-look passes. She draws a lot of contact there. Maybe that's what they'll look to do. Get the ball inside, put some of these Jimmy post players in trouble, put them on the bench, and then feed the ball to some of the stars from this Saints basketball team.
But don't lose track of the perimeter players for the Jimmies. 2 free throws for Garrett. She has 4 on the game. Lead back to 11. Busek will bring it across for Jamestown. Looking for an invitation to head to Sioux City, Iowa next week. Into the round of 16. DeMars, left side, Busek, free ball, ribs around, comes out of there. Pickens with the rebound.
Around the entire world there.
She'll dribble it out of there, fire it up ahead to Hilborn, but she throws it too far. Towers picked it up, another turnover. Every possession really critical here.
Very critical with this three-point shooting team. She was open again.
DeMars, contact, no whistle. Tower wide open over Garrett's, and it rims out of there. Rebound Martinson, left hand up, no good. Rebound Keller.
A lot of contact down there. Garrett's and Pickens out on the three-point shooters. Great defense there, but nobody was there to grab the rebound. Kendall Keller runs in there and snags it.
That's Garrett's with it. To Hilborn, defended by Busek. Back to Swanek. Motioning to Pickens, come get the ball. She's got it. She's going to wheel. Right hand up and won't go. Rebound tipped around. Pickens tips it to herself. Put it back up. In and the foul.
She is fired up, as she has every right to be. Misses her first initial shot. And what a great level of effort from Jamie Pickens. Gets her own offensive rebound, draws the contact, gets the and one. What a big bucket for Carroll. They got to start getting some stops here as we take a look at the replay. Tips it to herself, takes the contact, gets the shooter's roll, and Carroll cuts the lead to 9, possibly 8 here with the free throw.
Pickens indeed completes the three-point play. 8-point advantage for the Jimmies.
Let's see if that's the spark that this Saints team needs.
Busek with it. Looks like DeMar's got away with a travel. Underneath it goes to Radikowski. She ball fake, gets Garrett's to go by, lays it up, and great pass by DeMar's. Entry pass.
Looks like the defense adjustment from Carroll is going to be to leave the inside open, but great pass there.
Pickens on the block, left side. Radikowski behind her, has it swatted loose by DeMars, knocked out of bounds. Carroll will keep it. Great help, good help that time by DeMars. She plays great defense, can pass the ball, and she can score.
She does a little bit of everything. One of the reasons why she's the GPAC Player Conference of the Year, Conference Player of the Year. Got those backwards.
And first team all-conference 3 straight years. Swanek to the free throw line. Dumps it left side into the corner. It's Keller from the baseline. Jumper up and in.
She needs to get going.
Yep.
She was a big contributor last night. Let's see if she can get going on the offensive end.
At the 7:30 mark, Busek brings it across and has it swatted away by Hilborn. Here comes Kendall Keller into the lane. She'll lay it up. It won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It is.
Should be an offensive foul there on the backside. Keller can't get it to go.
Garrett picks up her first foul, crashing in trying to get the rebound as Keller misses that breakaway.
Garrett's goes right over the back of DeMars. Good job by DeMars getting the position for that rebound. She's just all over the place.
She's the real deal.
Impressive basketball player.
Yes, she is. Tower gets a screen from Martinson. Finds her buddy DeMars. Into the corner, it's Busek to the baseline drive. And we got a whistle and a baseline foul before the shot on a Saint.
Silly foul from Pickens there, just reaching in behind her. It's going to be a foul every time, but just her first foul. She's done a great job not fouling.
No fouls last night for Jamie at all. Busek to inbound. Fires it out deep. Tower with it. Hilborn trying to keep track of her down the lane. Left hand, whistle, foul on Hilborn. That'll be her first foul. And Tower should get a couple of free throws out of this.
76% from the free throw line on the season for her. Great drive here. Uses the left hand. Hilborn reaches in, smacks her elbow.
So Kaya, after a great night last night, off to a phenomenal start tonight. 10 points on the evening for her. Hannah DeMars with 11.
First team all-conference selection for the first time, Kaya Tower.
She and DeMars in a conference with 12 teams, 12 really good teams. Tower's second free throw, no good. Kendall has it knocked out of her hands by Martinson, who tried to sell it to the official, said, I didn't hit it.
Their whole bench tried to sell it right there.
Well, you got to try.
Little half-court press here from the Jimmies.
Carroll got a lot of this last night against Rochester. Swanek.
They're ready for that?
Into the corner, back out to Hilborn. Swanek will go to the corner as Hilborn pounds on their left elbow and starts to drive. Now they'll slant left side. They're looking for Garrett's on the low block. She's got it. Pickens cuts to the basket. Far side, Hilborn. 3-ball up and in.
That's a big shot right there, and Carroll's cut the lead to 6 now.
Hoggle and Lenz off the bench quickly for the Jimmies. DeMars backs it out.
Matchup zone here from Carroll.
Change in the defense for the Saints. Martinson.
Not leaving those three-point shooters.
You cannot, like that one. Get right out there on her. Hannah DeMars on the crossover. Dumps it baseline to Martinson. Around Pickens. Tries to flip it up and under. Won't go. Rebound knocked around. And there's DeMars. Picks it up. Puts it up. Won't go. Rebound Pickens. Boy, she had a point-blank shot there. She doesn't miss that very often.
That's her favorite spot, too. Surprised she missed that.
Yeah, me too. Underneath they go to Garrett's with Radikowski behind her. She going to wheel one-on-one. Yep, left hand off the glass. Count it.
Beautiful move by Garrett's. Just gets the matchup mismatch down low. Takes advantage. Uses the left hand. And Carroll's back within 4.
Lead down to 4. Timeout, Jamestown.
This place is alive.
39-35. Carroll cuts that 11-point lead to 4. We're back after these messages.
So what did she do when you told?
That was a wedding gift.
From us.
See the bubbly side. Remember, that behind every broken plate is one less chore you totally hate.
Bublé's right.
Those things really sail, don't they?
Bubbly sparkling water.
You work hard for your money and need access to it 24/7, 365, wherever you are. Stockman Bank's online and mobile banking lets you live every single moment of your day with confidence to stay in touch with your money. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
Hey, welcome back to the Carroll College PE Center. Joe McMahon with Austin Parr and Austin Carroll starting to cook.
What a basketball game. This is so exciting. This place is alive. Yeah. Carroll's brought the lead back within 4, doing a little bit of a matchup zone here, getting a lot of misses, leading to some transition buckets. They're working inside, they're working outside. Just got a big 3 from Camden Hilborn, and we'll see how the Jimmies respond now.
This is a key possession, I think, for the Jimmies out of that timeout. Let's see what Coach Sankey comes up with. That's Busick with it. Has it knocked away by Keller, races down, picks it up. Try to get it under control somehow.
Pulls it back out. Very
great
smart play
by Kendall Keller.
The crowd loves it.
The hustle. Down the lane goes Hilborn.
What a
Dumps
pass.
it to Pickens.
And
it's a 2-point game. And Jamestown in danger of losing this control of this game because the Saints are coming roaring back right now.
You can't finish that bucket right there without the pass from Camden Hilborn. Just an unbelievable amount of vision from this fifth-year senior as we take a look at the replay. Just an underneath scoop, knows Jamie's going to be there. They've been playing with each other for so long. Impressive and one from Pickens.
Just kind of reaches around Hoggle and flips it to her, and Jamie does the rest. And she's got 19 points.
And just like that, we got a 1-point basketball game. What a game.
Buckle in, folks. Here we go. Tower with Hilborn on her. Almost has it swatted loose. Into the corner, Lenz. She'll go to the baseline. Whistle foul on Garrett. She kind of bumped her out of bounds.
If you're Garrett's there, you got to move your feet a little more. That's a foul every time on the body. Nice job by Lenz noticing that Garrett's is on her. That's a mismatch. Pump fake.
Yep.
Drives baseline.
So Carroll cut the lead, the 11-point halftime lead, down to 1 in about 4 minutes. Tower, screen from Hoggle. Pickens jumps out to Hedger a little bit. It's DeMars trying to get around Swanek. Offensive foul. And DeMars doesn't like it, but I think that's a good call. She left with her arm.
Yeah, I thought it was a good call as well. She led with her forearm into Swanek's face. As we take a look at the replay, just great defense here from the Saints basketball players.
Right there, that left arm. You can't do that.
Especially up high. If that's in the stomach, she could probably get away with that, but that was up high more towards the face there. And that is number 3, I believe, on DeMars?
Yes,
or is that number 2? Number 3, okay. Something to keep an eye on.
Pickens looking for Garrett's in the low block, not there. Carroll down 1 with a chance to take the lead here.
I have a feeling that Carroll's going to have to hit some outside shots for them to be able to get the ball down low. They're doubling inside.
They'll swing it around the left side. Hilborn will swing, up, put it up, won't go, rebound, loose. Hilborn runs it down. Carroll's getting the 50-50 balls right now. Off the foot of Hilborn, but it goes right to Swanek. 3-ball, deep one, won't go, rebound, Garrett's up and in. Carroll has the lead, 40-39, and they got it at the 4:34 mark.
This place is rocking.
Down the lane goes Hannah DeMars, whistle, contact on the drive.
She is so talented, right?
Yep.
What are you going to do when Carroll takes the lead? Give the ball to your best player, let her go to work as she gets the contact from Pickens.
Saints have battled back, 40-39. They lead now. We're back after these messages.
Your estimated wait time is 45 minutes.
Are you tired of being on hold? Then don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
When you work with us, you work with community members who make time for you.
Our goal is to strengthen relationships and give back to our community.
We always work to be part of our community. So if that's important to you,
don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
Back at the Carroll College PE Center, Joe McMahon, Austin Parr. And Austin, this place is heating up.
Defense to offense, right? That's how you get your buckets. That's what Carroll has done to climb themselves back into this game. A little bit of Jamie Pickens, a little bit of Garrett's. How about some Camden Hilborn with the assists in a corner three? Kendall Keller doing a great job on the defensive end. Jimmies, what do? They lose the lead. They go right back to their best player in DeMars.
Yep.
She creates contact, gets a foul. Goes the line to shoot, too.
Knocks it up with that free throw. She can give the Jimmies back the lead. Again, they led by 11 at the half, but Carroll quickly erased that lead and took their first lead of the second half at the 4:34 mark.
77% from the free throw line, but she has a very smooth stroke.
Yeah, she does. 1 of 2. It's knotted up, folks. Here we go. 2 very good basketball teams battling for the prize, and that is a trip to Sioux City, Iowa. Hilborn leaves it for Pickens. Her pull it up, won't go, but she got fouled. You know, the thing is, Hilborn and Pickens, the other team knows it's coming, but they can't stop it.
There's not much you can do when you play with each other from elementary school on, right? That's so impressive. 3 state championships at Helena High School, representing the city of Helena, Montana very well. Great careers here at Carroll College as well.
Pickens from the free throw line. Makes that one. She is now 4 of 4, 20 points on the evening.
You did not just say that out loud.
And we, no, it's you that jinxed him, not me. She's got this.
It's coming.
No, she's got it. Watch this. Perfect form. Bang.
Ah, touche.
Saints back up by 2.
20 now for her. We're only in the third quarter.
Yeah. She's not bad. Tower. He's
Decent.
also pretty good. Gives it to somebody who's really good. Hannah DeMars. She'll start into the lane right side.
They
to the baseline.
really want to make sure they have a lot of eyes on her.
Back out Tower. Hilborn closes quickly. She goes around her over Pickens on the shot. Up and in. Nice play by Kaya Tower.
Especially to get it over the outstretched hand of Pickens. That was very impressive from Tower. Not afraid to attack.
She's got a dozen points. Hilborn on the drive. Looks for Pickens. Not there this time out. Keller had a 3. Didn't take it. Back out to Hilborn, and they'll reset.
They have the open shots, but they want to get better shots. You got to love
Keller,
that.
she's going to take it this time, and it rims in and out. No good. Rebound, Sarah Lenz.
Got to give a great job here to Tower and to number 35 on Jamestown for blocking out. That's Hagel.
Into the corner it goes to Tower. Pickens out on her. She's going to try and drive around her. A little mismatch with quickness there to the advantage to Tower. Now
no more matchup zone. Back to man-to-man.
DeMars. Behind her back, pulls back, free throw line up and in.
How
Man.
smooth is that? She is so good, so talented.
And the Jimmies regain the lead, 44-42. It's a good basketball game.
Couldn't ask for a better basketball game. Second round here, the NAIA basketball tournament from right here in Helena, Montana.
That's Kendall Keller from the free throw line. Just won't fall. Back of the rim.
Back-to-back deep shots from her.
Jamestown trying to build it back out. Lynn's 3-ball. Nope. She doesn't miss that very often.
Great tip of the rebound there from Swanek to Hilborn.
Reached over Tower, tipped it to Hilborn. Here comes Camden on the drive. She's going to wheel. Underneath it's Garrett. Up. Won't go. Rebound Pickens. Right back up and in.
That is too easy for her, and she knows it. She positions herself so well. That's also part of the reason why she scores so much is her positioning on the floor.
Coach Sankey trying to tell the officials she went over somebody's back to get it, but look clean from here.
It's kind of hard when somebody's 5'7" and she's 6'2" to call it over the back. She can just reach over the top.
DeMars to the baseline, left side, pull up, jump shot. That one's short. Rebound Swanek.
The student section's going to let her know about that one.
Yeah. Back come the Saints. Swanek with it to Keller, almost stolen, but a foul on Cordes. Almost got the steal. Good anticipation. Just a split second late. Kate Cordes just about came out of there. Here comes Ekstrom in. Or Wilkinson. Erickson, excuse me, and Wilkinson into the
Going to be very interesting here. The two players that have been dominating inside the paint going to the bench for Carroll. Of course, Jamie Pickens and Maddie Garretts.
She takes them both out at the same time.
They do need a breather. They've been playing a lot over the last 2 nights. Probably just give them a minute or so. You got to think that if the Jimmies score 2 or 3 buckets, she's going to tell Jamie, get right back in that basketball game.
Pickens on the evening, 9 rebounds and 23 points. Second shot from Keller up and in. Substitution, Nissen. Erica Nissen checks in for Keller. So you got Keller, Garretts, 3 starters. Keller, Garretts, and Pickens sitting down.
Got some time for Izzy Erickson coming off the bench as well. Hasn't played all game, so interesting to see how they match up here on the defensive end.
Carroll back to that matchup zone. DeMars looking inside for Hoggle. Looking for Oswald now. Swinging around the left side. Tower open 3 on the way. Boom!
That is so impressive.
Oh my gosh.
So impressive. Rainbow shot from deep. Nothing but the bottom.
Jimmy's up by 1. Last 2 nights she has been deadly from beyond the arc. Unbelievable. Kaya Tower. Hilborn. Swanwick. 12 seconds. Swanwick gets it back in the corner. Shot on the way. Good.
Now, is that not a big shot from Nesson?
Nesson off the bench hits a triple.
Big time minutes here from her.
Nesson, a senior, hits a big shot off the bench. Cordes trying to answer. Yep.
They shoot the 3 ball so well, you can't lose these 3-point shooters. And Erickson did not do a good job at getting back on the corner.
1 point lead for the Jimmies.
Back and forth we go.
Erickson on the right wing, picked up out there by DeMars. Back out to Hilborn. We're up 9 seconds. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hilborn into the lane, kicks it left side and throws it away.
Throws it over her head. They're just not on the same page.
Nope.
Some of these ladies that are not getting playing time over the last couple of nights, just not on the same page. That was Erickson again. That's back-to-back plays from her.
So it's a 1 point Jimmy lead. Again, they led it 34-23 at the half. Carroll battled back, has taken the lead a couple of times, but right now it's a 1 point Jimmy advantage as we get ready to end this 3rd quarter, which has been a beauty. We're down to 10 seconds. Whistle. Foul on Hilborn.
Not very smart play there from Hilborn.
Second foul, and I think, yeah, that'll
no reason to foul her there.
We'll put Tower at the free throw line. Stop the clock, give her a chance to stretch this lead to 3 as we head into quarter 4.
Not sure if she thought maybe they had a foul to give, but not a great play from the veteran.
Well, Tower can certainly hit from beyond the 3-point line. Maybe she could convince the ref to let her step back and shoot her free throws from beyond the arc, because she's really good from back there. She hits the first, makes it 51-49. Glad you could join us. What a great basketball game. 2 solid teams. Free throw up and in by Tower, gets them both. It's a 3-point lead.
For a 76% free throw shooter, those were 2 very good, smooth shots from Tower.
Gives her 16 points. She leads the team now in scoring. Across the timeline with under 6 to go to Nesson, now to Swanwick. We're down to 2. Nesson with a 3 ball on the way. Bang!
That is massive from her to end the quarter.
What a shot by Erica Nesson.
Is this not playoff basketball or what?
Tell you what, folks, this is fun. Come back for quarter number 4 at the end of this. It's 52-52 at the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be back with the final 10 minutes after this.
To all the Chevy Silverado owners out there, the adventurers and the doers, thank you for making Chevy Silverado the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups and get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
It's game day here at Point S, and I gotta say, their tire selections are a formidable defense against snowy roads. Nokian, Hankook, Goodyear, that's some lineup.
But that doesn't give enough credit to the offense. They show up every day with alignments, brakes, whatever's necessary. Look at that detail, the intensity.
Well, that's what's needed for those sustained drives.
It's an unbeatable combination. The talent, the skills.
And don't forget the product.
I knew you'd bring that up again.
So, we're in agreement?
It's Point S all the way.
Back at the PE Center, set for the final 10, and boy, I can't believe they pay us to do this, Austin.
Big-time shots by big-time players who haven't getting a lot of playing time, but yeah, what a game to be a part of.
Erickson, Keller.
So glad.
Carroll with possession to start the fourth quarter. As you can see, it's all knotted up. 11-point difference.
Great pass.
End of half, and a great pass inside to Wilkinson.
She kind of almost, I think she got away with the double dribble there. It looked like she dribbled it with both hands, but just a good finish right there in contact from Wilkinson.
I will say this, the officials have done a great job.
Great job tonight.
Play. A really good job. Busick
That's
for
blocked.
three, partially blocked, picked up by Nesson. Coach Sayers has got some big minutes and big points from Nesson off the bench. We mentioned that in the pregame. The bench had to perform, and she has done it.
Wilkinson, great closeout defense there. Let's see if Erickson can make her mark on this game. Somebody who's been putting in a lot of extra shots when nobody's looking. The only reason why I know that is because I've been here.
Wilkinson down the lane, left hand, scoop it up.
Wow,
under,
is that
and
not
how
impressive?
did she do that?
Genesis Wilkinson.
Oh, my word.
Have yourself
Cordes,
back-to-back
three
buckets.
ball on the way. Rims in and out, no good. Rebound, Hilborn.
They got away with one again. That's bad transition defense from the Saints, but Jamestown can't get it to go. Just 40% now from the Jimmies.
Carroll has stretched this lead to 4 with Pickens and Garrett's on the bench.
Big time minutes on the bench for them.
Wilkinson's
About 3 in
going
a
to
row.
wheel.
She got stripped.
Radikowski knocks it loose, steal for Audrey.
Great defensive play there from Radikowski. They needed it.
Coming back, looking for an answer into the lane. Left hand pull back over. Keller won't go. Rebound Nesson.
That's her spot.
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
surprised
She
that
loves
she
to
missed
do that. She can get that shot just about whenever she wants.
Especially when she has a height advantage. And here come the veterans
Yep.
for the Saints. Rochelle telling her to finish.
4-point Saint lead. Wilkinson with the ball. Back out top, Hilborn. Wave in traffic. Gets Kendall Keller to come up, take the ball at the top with Busick on her. Swinging around to the left side. Hilborn, 3 ball. Rims in and out, rattles around, won't go. Rebound, Busick.
I think the lid might have blown off this place if that went down.
Back comes Busick to Cordes. Whistle. Timeout. Carroll?
Jamestown.
56-52. Carroll up by 4. 7:47 to go here in quarter number 4. It is getting wild. Come on back here in just a minute.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we call this community home, just like you.
That's why we take a locally focused approach for our members.
Your financial success is our primary goal.
Whether you're refinancing your home,
buying a car,
starting a business,
or just need help with a checking or savings account,
we'll give you the financial tools you need to grow.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're here for all life's events, big and small.
Stop by your local branch or visit rmcu.net to learn more.
Well, welcome back to a PE Center at the campus of Carroll College in Helena, Montana that is very much alive. But as you look at the stats as we get first way through the fourth quarter, what do you see? What jumps out at you, Austin?
Right now, Erica Nesson hitting probably the 2 biggest shots of the third quarter. 1 3-pointer in the corner, 1 3-pointer in the opposite corner at the buzzer. And Carroll's had all the momentum thus far. Of course, Pickens comes back in the game. She's got 23, but we expect that out of her. We don't expect it out of Nesson, and she's back in the ballgame.
Nesson, a senior out of Spokane, Washington. Tower, 3-ball over Nesson. Good!
Don't leave her open. It's one person you can't leave open. I mean, it's tough.
Oh, my word.
You got to pick which one you want to leave open if you're going to play a matchup zone, right? But Tower, I think you got to find her.
The shooting display that Tower has put on in the last few days here is unbelievable. Underneath, they go to Pickens from Garrett, puts it up, knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. We got a foul, or is it?
Yeah, Jamie was looking at her like, or at the ref, excuse me, like, did you not see that contact? I was waiting for that one. This is a lot of arm here. Great pass here from Maddie Garrett, which allows the foul to happen.
Yeah.
And that's on Radikowski. That's her third, I believe.
Yep. It sends Jamie to the free throw line.
Wow.
Hits the first one. She's done well from there tonight.
Shooter's touch. I believe that's 5 for 5.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I said it out loud.
You did. One more opportunity, and she stretches that lead.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. No announcer's jinx. It's not alive tonight.
You can go home.
Oh, no, I'm not going anywhere. This is amazing basketball.
Tower across the midcourt. It's DeMars, open, starts into the lane. Quickly, Nesson closes on her defensively. We got a whistle, and a foul on Nesson, who got pushed.
I think before she got pushed, though, she got her hands caught in the cookie jar, as I like to say. She was reaching in as we take a look at the replay right here. She's going to reach with the right hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put her left hand on her back and pushed her. Yep. Good call. Busick inbounds to Radikowski. They're looking for DeMar or Tower on the corner cut. There she is in the corner. Do they find her?
Reaching again. They don't call it.
Yep. Cordes around left side. Busick swing it to DeMars, who hasn't been out of the game. Back up, shoot it over Garrett's. It's short. Kind of slipped on her plant foot.
Surprised she actually took that shot. Still a lot of time on the shot clock as Pickens sends a
brutal screen.
A brutal screen.
Oh my gosh, on Tower.
I would not want to run into her if I wasn't looking.
Tower got up and hustled right down the court, however. Not a word. Garrett.
Tough basketball player right there.
3-point Terrell lead, 6:32 to go. Pickens goes baseline around Radikowski, powered up and in, and the foul. And that's number 4 on Radikowski, and she is just, she's going to school. She's the student right now. Pickens is taking her.
That's just unreal by Pickens, and she knows it too, shaking her head up and down like, almost like you can't guard me.
Nope.
Give me the ball, feed me, let me go to work. I can finish this game by myself. 25 points for Pickens now. 27 points.
Yep, she's done this all year long, and it's almost as if she says, okay, now, and she flips the switch, and look out, folks. Here she comes. Timeout, 60-55.
Look at her shake her head on the replay. Backside spin move there, takes the contact, and she says, nah, you can't guard me. Can't do it.
Yeah,
and here's the thing. There's not many people in this entire conference, let alone NAIA, that could probably guard her.
And really, off the bench, they don't have a lot of help. Hoggle's going to have to come in probably and play some minutes here if Radikowski comes out. But she's young. I mean, it's a tough assignment for anybody. But we'd like to welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, and Butte, along with Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, Yakima, and also on the Frontier Conference and Carroll College YouTube pages. We're happy to have you enjoying the game with us. The Frontier Conference would like to thank the following corporate sponsors for their continued support of our conference, to include Cooper Tire, Tiorama, D.A. Davidson, Eric Hotels, McDonald's, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, U.S. Bank, and Logan Health. I want to say hello to a family up in Moccasin, Montana. Jeremy and Amanda Grove and my grandchildren, hopefully getting to watch this game. They're St. fans, both St. alum. What a basketball game.
And to that, I would like to say thank you for allowing me to be on the call with Joe McMahon. Gentleman and a scholar. What a basketball game.
Scholar. I still have teachers alive. They're not gonna back that up, pal.
I was just trying to give you more credit. Oh, first miss for Pickens.
But Swanek with a huge rebound.
What did we say last night about her? If you can't score, you got to get yourself involved in other ways. Offensive rebound, huge, another possession for the Saints.
She'll always contribute. She's such a cerebral player. Just doesn't make mental mistakes. Has the ball knocked loose. It goes to Pickens. Free ball. Well, if that had gone in, the roof would have come off. Ball's loose on the floor. What do we got here?
Should be a jump ball here.
And it's going to be Jimmy ball. Here comes Hilborn in for Ness, and she should get a big hand. She has performed really well.
I was going to say she should get a standing ovation.
Wow. She's given them exactly what – she didn't play last night, but tonight, I'll tell you what. They have needed every minute she has given them and every ounce of energy in those critical buckets. That one at the end of the half, wow.
I think the long stretch of this season, too, allows Coach Rochelle Sayers to play some of these ladies and see if they can make some shots in big moments, and she's doing it, proving it tonight.
Tower with it. Her team down by 5. Hilborn up on her. They dump it to DeMars, to Lenz. Carroll getting out on those shooters right away now. DeMars to Tower.
Face guarding these three-point shooters, not letting them give even
Lenz
close.
Over Garrett's shot, no good. Rebound, 2 Saints there. Swanwick will take it, hand it to Hilborn. Saints are getting some stops here in the fourth quarter.
And I think they got away with one there because Lenz is one of the better three-point shooters on this Jimmies basketball team. And
I think they're all good three-point shooters.
They are.
You just got Hannah DeMar steps in front of the pass, gets a steal behind her back, heads up the court. We got a whistle and a foul out at the top. Hilborn picks up her 3rd. And that would be for the Saints, team foul number 3. So the Jimmies
take a look at the replay here. I'm not sure if we have it, but all I wanted to say is great play by Hannah DeMars on the defensive end. Again, she picks this pass off and then goes right away around her back. Shout out to our replay crew here, an amazing crew we got tonight inside the PE Center.
They're making us look good, and that is not an easy task.
Absolutely.
Around the left side to Lenz, out to Cordes. Tower with it now. Swanwick comes out and says hello. Carroll in that matchup zone. Every now and then they'll go into that. Into the lane. Nice move by Tower over Pickens. Too hard. And a long rebound comes out and Tower gets it. Says, okay, we'll just do it again. Some contact there. No call. Cordes fires it into the corner. Lenz open. Oh, pops out of there. Started down and came out.
Carroll's getting lucky now. Lenz is open twice.
I'll tell you what.
She's missed twice.
You cannot let her do that if you're a Saint fan.
She's actually having a tough shooting night, surprisingly. She's only hit 1 3-pointer out of her 6 attempts.
Garrett's to Keller, who's been quiet here in the second half. She'll start in the lane, put it up right hand. It won't go. Rebound tipped around.
Couldn't get it to go.
And we got a whistle as the bodies hit the floor. Pickens.
Should be on Jamie. She went over the back there.
Rebound, yeah. So the Jimmies will inbound. That's team foul. That is team foul number 3. I was one ahead last time. Team foul number 3 on Carroll. And with 4:30 to go, it's a 5-point Saint lead.
Here we go.
Carroll down by 11 at half, came back to take the lead and tied up at the third quarter, 52 apiece. Swanwick with a steal. Tower trying to go to Cordes in the corner, but Swanwick read it perfectly. Timed her jump and got that ball. Tower trying to get it back for the Jimmies.
A lot of contact
foul on
there.
Tower.
We thought that was going to be a foul.
Yeah.
It's her 4th, I believe. No, 3rd.
Tower a little frustrated with that pass. Knew she threw a bad one, tried to get it back and got a little aggressive. And she's hearing about it from the student section in front of us.
They'll let you know. They're a loud bunch.
They're chanting, "You can't do that." And my wife does that to me a lot. You can't do that all the time. It's just, I don't know. Good steal by Tower. She's heading the other way. We got a whistle and Swanwick on the foul. Yeah.
Should be after she lost that ball. She was reaching in.
Actually, not a bad foul to take.
You got to be careful here. Only 4 minutes to go.
Yeah.
4th team foul on the Saints.
But
one more, and the
prevented
Jimmies
a
are
layup
shooting.
for the Jimmies.
Right. Smart foul, but I'm just saying, moving forward with 4 minutes, the Jimmies will be shooting. You don't want to put them at the free throw line.
Lenz with it now for the Jimmies. They're swinging around left side to Hannah DeMars, the player of the year in the Great Plains Conference. There she is. She has been unbelievable. She and Tower. Cordes with it. Carroll defensively match it up on his own. Tower tries to go to the baseline. Pickens there to cut her off in the pass.
Great defense there.
Yeah. Pickens calls that turnover. Now watch her run the court. There she goes. Hilborn up ahead with the ball. Dumps it into Jamie for an early offense. Swings it out to Keller. 3-ball off the front of the rim. No good. Garrett's rebound. Starts up with it. Has it knocked loose. And that's a foul.
And that is what Maddie Garrett's does. Offensive rebounds, contributes in a big way.
Yep. That all started because Jamie intimidated. They got that steal, but Pickens ran the court, got the ball in the low block, and then fired that ball out.
That was like a softball pass.
Yeah.
I think it was fired, but Maddie Garrett's onto that other point, led the Frontier Conference in offensive rebounds. You know what she learned? she learned from Pickens on how to position her body in order to get those offensive rebounds. And what a big play right there. Just when you thought the Jimmies were kind of going to take back the momentum, Carroll takes it right back.
Garrett hits the first free throw, stretches that lead for Carroll up to 6. 3:29 to go. The clock beginning to be a factor here. Well, it's a factor the whole game, but I mean, we've got 3.5 to go.
Student section having a little bit of fun with the Jimmy's bench, I believe.
Second shot up and in.
Those are big free throws as well.
Yeah, every free throw is huge here. Carroll up by 7 with 3:26 to play. Stick with us. Not a time to go to the refrigerator and get a snack. Sit down. Here comes DeMars to the baseline. She is quick with that ball.
Good job at not fouling by the Saints defense as well.
Cordes left side. Garrett comes out to meet her. Into the corner, goes to Tower. And the pass
Nice
stolen
job by
away.
Swanek.
Wow, Sienna saw that coming. We mentioned earlier she was so intelligent out on that court, and there's an example. That's a second steal here in the fourth quarter. Huge steal. Hilborn pulls it up. Cross court goes to Keller. Cordes had an eye on that. Almost timed it. Swinging out, open Sienna Swanek on the way. Boom!
Big time shot.
Where did that
first field goal in 2 nights.
Where did that come from?
Couldn't come at a better time for the Saints, and they extend the lead to 10.
Carroll up 10. Sankey says enough. Timeout. We were not at the end of the third quarter, and Carroll just will not quit, and they're coming after the Jimmies, and they lead them by 10 here. 2:37 to go. This is a basketball game.
Something we forgot to mention in the third quarter. Carroll scored 29 points in the third quarter. That's more than they had in the entire first half. Joe McMahon alongside Austin Parr here, and just what an impressive display of basketball from these Fighting Saints. Well, there's a reason why there's a name Fighting inside of their name. They will never give up, especially in a win-or-go-home basketball game.
You had mentioned early in the broadcast that Rochelle Sayre is really good at halftime adjustments. Well, she's made those adjustments. They were down by 11. Now they're up 10 with 2:37 to go in the fourth quarter. She and her staff, and give credit to J.D. Solomon. He's been right by her side for a long time and does a great job with these girls. But they have made some adjustments, and obviously it's made a difference.
12% from the three-point line in the first half for Carroll. They're now up to 33%. 5 of 15. They only hit 1 3 in the first half.
How about Sienna Swanek? 2 big steals here in the quarter and then hit that bucket, and she has really not been shooting well.
I mean, that's just the fact. She hasn't made a field goal in 2 nights, counting this one, and no better time than late in the fourth quarter in a winner-go-home basketball game to get a three-pointer and send this place into a frenzy.
Coach Thad Sankey talking to the official, trying to convince him of some of the things that he's missed in the calls, and the official says, forget it, we're going to play. I've never seen him say, okay, well, let's go back and change that call. You're right. No,
Never.
DeMars leaves it for Tower. Carroll in that matchup zone. We got the starters on the floor for the Saints. Lenz 3-ball, deep one, maybe a little bit too deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. That's Carroll ball, I think.
I'm surprised Garrett's didn't get a foul call there for on DeMars. Almost shoved her out of bounds.
Yeah. Here comes
right in front of the Jimmy's bench, too.
Back in with 4 fouls, and Busick's going to come back in. Hoggle and Lenz came off the bench and has given the Jimmies some really good minutes off the bench.
Defensively, Lenz struggling tonight, 1 for 7 from the three-point line.
Little full court pressure, something Carroll saw a lot of last night. Hilborn's going to get it across. Leaves it up ahead for Keller with 21 on the shot clock. Keller getting pushed out, fouled by Tower, and you don't want to send her to the free throw line. She's pretty good from there.
A couple of their senior guards are very good from the free throw line. Camden is just such a smart basketball player. She's so special, so patient with the ball. Same with Kendall Keller, 92% from the free throw line. Just so impressive here. I didn't say that out loud.
Junior from Havre. Transferred in from the University of Montana, has really found her spot here with the Fighting Saints. Her dad played here.
Something that's really kind of boggling my head is I feel like Lenz has made more than 1 three-pointer. I feel like that stat is off. I thought we've called her number at least 3 or 4 times. It says 1 for 7.
Both free throws, 12-point lead for the Saints. They just built it back up as Keller hits 2 critical ones. Radikowski double team. She'll start into the lane, kick it back out. Cordes, cross court, it goes to Busick. Now back to Cordes, back to Busick. Tower trying to get alone in the corner over there.
Great defense by the Saints.
Really
here.
good. We're down to 8 on the shot clock. Demars is going to have to create to the baseline. She's going to cross over. Keller gets a hand on the shot. No good. Rebound. We got a foul on Jamie Keller. She sends Radikowski to the floor trying to swat that ball away. She helps her up.
She knows it.
She
is
says, "I'm
shaking her
sorry."
head. Yeah, shaking her head down there underneath.
Yeah.
Got a box out here as you take a look at the replay.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
Didn't use her body. She knew that Radikowski was on her left. Just didn't box her out very well.
You think she'll lose any playing minutes because of that? Probably not.
Absolutely not.
No.
I don't think she'll ever lose minutes.
She's 10 of 18 from the floor. Pickens is 27 points and 9 rebounds.
She's arguably going to go down as one of the best basketball players this city has seen, to be honest, with her career when she was younger, her high school career, her Carroll College career.
Yeah, these free throws are huge, and Radikowski just missed one. You're down by 12 with a minute and a half to go. You got to hit them.
That's what you want. Clock stop, get some points to go on the board.
Gets 1 of 2. Lenz is coming back into the game. 67-56. What a second half for Carroll. They have held the Jimmies to 22 points here in the second half, and themselves they have scored 44.
Up to 40% from the field, 33% from 3. They've done a great job on the free throw line. 18 of 20, 90%.
Keller, you got a whistle and a timeout. Rochelle Sayre saw his crap coming and said, let's call it timeout and talk this over. The game of the week, sponsored by Montana Chevy Dealers and brought to you by Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, Stockman Bank, Point S Tire in Helena and Great Falls, Wendy's of Montana, and Pepsi. Joe McMahon and Austin Parr with you, courtside from the Carroll College PE Center, and the winner heads to Sioux City, Iowa, in the round of 16 starting next Monday. 2 days of that down there. And if you win your game, you move on to the round of 8, of course. You know, it just keeps dividing in half. It's pretty easy math, really.
Math is not always a strong suit for broadcasters.
No, that's true. That's
why
why
we
we're
have
up there.
amazing statisticians.
That's true. Anyway, one of these two teams will go down there, and they'll definitely be good competition either way. Carroll, ranked number 11 coming into this. Nationally, Jimmy's 23rd. Keller.
Surprised the Jimmies aren't fouling here.
Garrett's in the corner, 13 on the shot clock. Back out top, Hilborn. Into the corner it goes. Swanwick thought about this shot, didn't take it. They'll dump it underneath the Pickens. That's a good place to go. Has it knocked loose and stolen away. Out of there with it. DeMar's on the run. She's going to push up the left side. Hilborn tries to cut her off, trips it, knocks it loose, and Kendall Keller gets the steal, and DeMar's gets the foul. What a play by Hilborn. Cut her off on that drive, and then was able to knock the ball loose.
Active hands.
Yep.
That's what Rochelle Sayers teaches. Just great defense. She's done that her entire career. Big time play from a big time player. She only has 4 points.
For
She's got for Hilborn.
No, yeah, okay.
4 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and that's got to be at least her 3rd or 4th steal. Just a great game without scoring that many points.
Kendall hits the first free throw. For the Saints, Sienna Swanwick and Camden Hilborn and Maddie Garrett's definitely playing their last game here on this home court. Pickens actually can come back next year. Not sure if she will, but what a way to go out for those 3 or 4 seniors. Wow. Hits them both. It's a 13-point Saint advantage.
And what a way to send out this crowd, as this is the final home game of the season.
We got a whistle, a late whistle.
Jamie doesn't like that call.
No. And that will be her 4th personal foul. She's got 27 points, and that was a late whistle. We'll watch it on the replay. We didn't quite see it there, so it's hard to say, but there must have been some contact. The official was right there.
She thought she got a lot of ball there, but on the follow-through, it looked like she got the forearm, so I'm going to say great call by the referees.
So let me ask you this, Austin. Playing on the driveway when you were growing up with your little brothers, did you ever foul them? Never did, huh?
Did I ever foul?
Foul them.
No, never.
They tried to call fouls, but it was never.
Yeah,
no.
never fouled them.
No. No, they probably hacked you quite a bit, right? That's how it works with little
Absolutely.
brothers. Yeah. DeMars gets them both. 11-point Saint lead, under a minute to go. Pickens fires a rifle up ahead to Garrett. She could play quarterback for the Saints. My gosh, she could throw the ball. Into the corner it goes to Keller. Pickens was alone on the drive, but instead Kendall kicks it back out top and wants to run some clock. We're down to 18 on the shot clock. 36 on the game clock. Carroll up 11. Looks like they're heading to Sioux City, Iowa, folks, next week.
This game is over. The only thing that's going to change is the final score.
What a job by Carroll College. Unbelievable. Kendall Keller for 3 and the icing. Yes!
What a way to end a basketball game.
Offense. Oh, my gosh. They're going to get Hilborn on a block on that play.
Student section knows it's over.
Yep. So the Saints trailed by 11 at the half, tied it up at the end of the third quarter, came
like they were in
roaring
deep
back.
trouble.
Yeah, came
We talked
roaring
about
back.
We
And
talked about it.
It all started about 2 minutes into the second half. And Pickens led them in the start, but, man, they all contributed. Nesson off the bench, 2 huge bombs. As Tower hits the first one, she and her fellow Jimmies about to end their season here, about 800 miles away from home. Tower with 21 points on the evening. DeMars with 16. Give her 22. But I've been very impressed with both Tower and DeMars. They are amazing basketball players. Ball into the corner to Swanwick. And we got a timeout for Carroll. 16.9 seconds to go. So for Carroll, they'll head into the round of 16 and they'll join another Frontier Conference team, UM Western.
Montana Western.
I mean, that's amazing.
Co-conference player of the year and
Brinley Fitzgerald.
Brinley Fitzgerald, what can you say about her? I mean,
Well,
the
I
only
can
team
tell
that
you.
she couldn't score against was this defensive team right here in Carroll. They do such a great job on her all year, but she is a pure scorer. Great basketball player.
She went to Dillon, a small school, A school, right? They were in town playing Capital one day, and I was down watching it, right? Close game right near the end. She wore, I think, number 12. Timeout. I'm sitting right behind the Capital High bench. The coach says, whatever you guys do, don't foul number 12. The ball goes inbounds. Within 2 seconds, they fouled her. They come back over to the side. Coach, the Capital coach calls another timeout. They come over and sit down. They go, now do you know who she is? Number 12. Don't foul her.
Don't foul.
And, I mean, they fouled her within 2 seconds, and she just lit them up, boy.
Speaking of Dillon, they're a very talented basketball team in Class A today.
Yes.
Or this weekend, headed down to Bozeman for state basketball. Dillon looking to capture a state championship.
They've got quite a few of those in their trophy case. 72-60, just under 17 seconds to go. Carroll still in the huddle, but wow, what a turnaround. What a credit not only to the team, but also to their coaching staff and getting this team rallied, because it looked like they were in deep trouble as we headed to the half. I think one of the biggest shots, and it may be the play of the game, is that three-point bomb that Erica Nesson hit right at the end of the third quarter to knot it up. Huge.
Couldn't be a bigger play of the game, especially in the moment, too, when
oh my gosh,
Carroll was kind of bringing the game back, getting all the momentum.
She had just
Jimmies scored a couple buckets.
A few minutes before she hit that shot from the corner.
Corner.
But
right.
she just came off the bench and said, you know what, I'm going to take advantage of this. I'll knock this down, and she did.
Absolutely.
Camden to inbound. Comes into Pickens. Rodakowski there with her. They'll fire it up ahead. We got a whistle and a foul. If it's on Rodakowski, she's going to sit down, because that'd be number 5. But we're down to 14 seconds to go. Yep, she's finished. She'll get a good hand. She is a good player. Oswald will come in for her. Chance of MVP for Jamie as she heads to the free throw line. And,
she deserves it.
That's legit. She's got 27 points on the night, 10 of 18 from the floor, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds for her. Camden Hilborn, just 4 points, but look at her assists. She's got 9 of them.
If Jamie makes these 2 free throws, I'm going to give her a hard time at missing the 1 free throw she did miss. Well, she missed that
nice
one
job.
too, but I was going to say you could have scored 30.
Yeah.
It's always my fault. Just a big-time win for this program.
You're not married yet, so it's not always your fault. Pickens' second rebound, a shot up and in. Busick pushes it up across the timeline. Play out the final 10 seconds here. That's Cortez. Knocked loose, picked up by Garrettson. She can dribble it out. It's over, folks. Carroll's moving on. The Carroll College Fighting Saints defeat the Jamestown Jimmies 73-60. They will head to Sioux City, Iowa next week in the round of 16 in the NAIA. Congratulations to Coach Rochelle Sayers and the Carroll College Fighting Saints. We're back after this.
Nobody's ever made breakfast as good as Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
I've never had French toast this good, not in my life.
Better than mine?
Mom,